So welcome, Comic-Con. I'm sure you've been here before.
I haven't been to Comic-Con San Diego.
Never San Diego?
No.
Really? That's kind of
everywhere else. I'm going to Supernova in Australia. I've been to Comic-Con Chicago, Wizard World, all that stuff.
Well, welcome to
here.
I like to think the pinnacle of nerddom and obsessiveness.
Yes, well, I'm a little bit of both those too.
Yes,
so.
And one of the obsessions here is, of course, TV Land. So welcome to the family there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're excited about TV Land, the new TV Land. You know, a lot of people here, years ago, if you said AMC, and they're like, oh, don't they show old movies?
Right. Okay, of course, there was a little part where, don't they just show Fishermen? Like, I don't know what they're doing there.
Right.
So,
and now what?
Yeah.
Mad Men and Walking
I will
Dead.
admit, though, last year TV Land was Shatner, Betty White, so...
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the new TV Land.
Yeah.
Impastor, which is dark. I mean, I have a character who's playing this guy who steals a guy's identity, who's playing a gay pastor who smokes pot, drinks whiskey, and has sex with hookers. I mean, I think that might spice TV Land up a little bit.
Now, can you actually trust a guy named Buddy ever, I guess is the question.
Well,
like, hey, Buddy, would you watch my kid? Like, I don't just see that as being a question.
I think that's a good point. Buddy's kind of like the guy you're like, hey, Buddy, grab that shit off the floor. That's like, I think what his dad said when his dad was there. He's like, Buddy, pick that shit up. Buddy, grab me a beer. Buddy, get the hell out of the house. You know, so you're right. Maybe his name's not even Buddy.
Right.
It's probably Bud.
Which isn't better either.
It's probably Norman.
Buddy's the guy you call if you need, like, hey, Buddy, what blood type are you? Like, that's the kind of
Imagine
question.
his dad, his mother, and his father naming him. He's like, looks like a Buddy. Let's name him Buddy. I'm all fucked up. Let's name him Buddy.
So let's talk about this character. You are bringing fun to religion, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, you know, people, we got a lot of millionmoms.com and all these people are saying they're bashing religion. Well, they haven't seen the show. I'm sorry. Look, I'm a believer. I love God. I've been to church before. I'm a Jew. I love all religion. If we're trying to make fun of religion or make fun of gay people, we're not doing our job. I think people need to loosen up a little bit and know that and just watch the show. But this is really a character who's flawed, who doesn't believe in God, and he goes to this place, and maybe through a little divine intervention, and he might be a believer. We don't know that yet, but you got to give this show a shot. I've done a lot of work in my life, thank God. And do I have a booger on my nose?
No.
Thanks. And I just feel like this is a really interesting show. It's shot beautifully. It's not wrapped up in a little ribbon or a little bow at the end of every episode. It's it carries on. There's murder. There's sex triangles with guys and girls, and sermons that are crazy as it can be. It's a lot of fun.
Now, how far are you guys willing to push? I mean, are we going to get Doritos instead of the body of Christ? I mean, are you going to move to that? Or is it more about Buddy's inadequacies, maybe more than anything else?
It's really about Buddy's story. And, again, we're not trying to, we're not mocking religion. We're not mocking all these things. But I think it's really his story, like you said. He's like this guy who didn't have a lot growing up. And he isn't a little inadequate. And he's not that bright. And he's just trying to get by. And this is like the biggest scam he's ever pulled. But with this little church town, but how loud is it here?
Good mic. You have
a good mic. Anyway, it's just a really interesting journey. I always refer, especially here at Comic-Con, people love Lex Luthor, God bless you.
Right.
But it's like that story in a way. Like Lex Luthor, you don't know, in most of the movies, you don't see his backstory. You don't see Lex Luthor, how he got evil. But and this is exactly what happens to Buddy. Why is he the way he is? Why was he about to kill himself? Why is he smoking pot, doing drugs, and why is he cheating people out of money? Why is he banging hookers? So you're going to find out his backstory, things that happen to make him who he is, and hopefully you like him a little bit. I mean, look, if you like Kenny Powers, I think you could like Buddy Dobbs.
Well, we're looking forward to that. One question I do have to ask, though, I'm looking at all the shirts out there. We see all the lines of Batmans, but where's the shirt with all the different Luthors?
Lex Luthor never gets the credit he deserves, ever. I never see fucking Lex Luthor dolls.
Right.
Can you say fuck on this?
Yeah.
You never see fucking Lex Luthor. Hardly, barely. I have 2 Lex Luthor dolls. You never see that. You never see enough Lex Luthor. I truly believe that. And Lex Luthor was a much more interesting character than Superman. I always felt that before I played Lex Luthor. Gene Hackman was my hero. To me, Lex Luthor, the villains are always more fun. So, I agree with you.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like, as Lex Luthor, just you want to have a little more crazy, weird fun with it too? Because the 80s was a little campy. They had a little camp to them.
I always say with every, in fact, Impastor, the new show, I keep it grounded. And with Lex Luthor, I always wanted to keep it grounded. I want the fans to like. I took a chance. I was just like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to play it the way I feel like it's, just play it real and with some vulnerability, and it worked, I think. So I think that's the most important thing to do. I like that he had some edge, and I like when I could get crazy, like season 3 when I see him save me from getting hit by the car. When I go nuts, that's like, I love going freaking bananas. I love that. I want to go nuts on this show. There's moments.
I'm sure there'll be drug-addled moments.
Oh, there's moments when I beat this guy with a bottle and I just lose my shit. You just fucked with the wrong pastor.
I'm gonna leave that #TV Land right there.
Awesome.